dari lava Semeru sudah mengaliri untuk besok lanang dulur. Ini sangat pekat sekali dulur, dengan jarak luncur yang cepat ya, seperti hal yang sama ya. Bantu doa dan untuk yang berada di bawah waspada semua ya dulur. Ya sekian, terima kasih.
A violent eruption of Mount Semeru, a volcano in the East Java, Indonesia, began on December 4, 2021. Monsoon rains collapsed the mountain's lava dome, and searing gas and ash clouds or pyroclastic flows rushed down its slopes 19 kilometers, a record length for this volcano, forcing the evacuation of nearly 2,000 people, as the deadly pyroclastic flows, avalanches of extremely hot gas and debris, blasted their way into several valleys. Authorities raised the volcano's warning status to the highest level, meaning its activity had escalated. While no injuries have yet been reported, nearly 2,000 people were evacuated from the area around the volcano. Indonesia's Civil Defense and Volcanology Network reported that the origin of the flows was accumulated lava material from the front of the lava flow, about 800 meters below the summit inside a steep ravine. Although it is possible that parts of the lava dome and the breached summit crater were involved as well. Fiery pyroclastic flows reached considerable distance from the summit, generating billowing ash plumes that rose to at least 6 kilometers in altitude. The series of pyroclastic flows started at midnight on December 3, 2022 local time, as indicated by a seismic activity, and lasted until about 6 a.m. the following morning. People have been urged to keep at least 8 kilometers away from Semeru.
Ada ikan ketang, John! Ikan ketang!
Ya karena besar dulur, yang turun kita turun semua dulur. Kursi dulur. Ya di bawah. Ayo kabur.
Ayo kabur.
Kabur. Iya. Oke.
Visual information confirms that flows reached at least 11 kilometers length. And the same report of BNPB mentions later that flows traveled 19 kilometers and even crossed the Gladok Perak Bridge. Although it is not clear whether it refers to the same hot avalanches or perhaps associated mud flows. At any rate, these pyroclastic flows are among the largest and potentially most dangerous ones of recent years and decades at the volcano. Pyroclastic flows are among the most dangerous volcano hazards. Sometimes accelerating to speeds of hundreds of kilometers per hour, these searing masses of volcanic material and landscape debris destroy and kill everything in their path.
Informasi untuk perkembangan update
APG Semeru yang terjadi pada hari ini. Untuk sementara bantu evakuasi agar tidak bertumpuk di jalan-jalan. Terima kasih. Pengosongan. Suki kurang mulai pengosongan.
Bismillah, bismillah budal ngungsi. Ayo, wes aja mandek.
Indonesia is full of active volcanoes, and Semeru is the tallest of that range of volcanoes, and it's been very active for the last 100 years at least. We've seen predominantly pyroclastic flows, which is basically an avalanche of hot rock which entrains cooler air and can travel at up to 100 kilometers an hour. That's the video footage that's come out today. And they can extend up to, well, the ones that happened most recently have gone up to 10 or 11 kilometers away from the summit area. And they are truly deadly and travel at such speeds that there isn't much you can do apart from evacuate people, which is what the very experienced risk managers in Indonesia have done. So it's possible that Semeru is actually going through a more active phase than has previously been seen, and that these eruptions are going to go through a period of time when we're seeing them more frequently and potentially more violently. But the most important thing we can do now is follow that evacuation and make sure that people are as far away as possible. Volcanoes is that when there's a period of repose, the soils which are surrounding them tend to be very fertile, and so they're ideal for agriculture. And in Indonesia, because there's so many volcanoes, there's hardly any place which is completely free of volcanic risk. So there isn't much you can do. The main thing you can do is to have very good monitoring systems and very good hazard maps to assess what the risks are, and then to react as quickly as possible when things start to happen. And that's exactly what the Indonesian authorities are doing now. They've enacted the evacuation of the area, which is going to be a well-planned, well-delivered, well-communicated system to make sure that the risks are minimized.
Indonesia has 142 active volcanoes, and 8.6 million people live within 10 kilometers of one, the world's highest number. At 3,676 meters, Semeru is the highest mountain on the island of Java, located around 800 kilometers east of capital Jakarta. The Semeru volcano, a popular mountain hiking destination, has been erupting continuously since 1967. During one of the 2021 eruptions, a total of 69 people died and more than 5 still remain missing, presumed dead. Thousands were displaced. Erupting every 5 minutes to 15 minutes on average, the summit is blanketed with volcanic ash and tephra, which, in combination with the occasional pyroclastic flow deposits, are remobilized to produce lahars mostly during the rainy season. Since heavy rains preceded and accompanied the eruption, the pyroclastic flows mixed with large amounts of rainwater and morphed into muddy lahars, hot volcanic mud flows that rush down the mountain into populated areas. Lahars are mixtures of water and volcanic debris that behave like rivers of concrete, flattening or burying much of what they encounter. Lahars on Semeru are mostly occurring during the rainy season between October and March, which is now.
Besar dulur. Besar dulur. Kate munggah. Kate munggah, Mas. Hati-hati, Mas. Sampai kayak gitu gelombangnya dulur. Ya Allah. Ya Allah, gelombangnya dulur mengerikan dulur. Ya Allah.
Dulur. Oke, melompati jembatan. Semakin besar ini. Mundur.